All right, guys. Welcome back to another video of Chain Gang
Oh, you said it so weird though.
Disc Golf. Is it still Chain Gang?
No.
Oh, it's not. Oh, that's right. All right. So we have a kind of an announcement to make, and it was a business decision that me and Kelly figured was best for both of us if we want to um, make a name for ourselves. What are you laughing at me? This is staying, bro. This is good. This is like a retirement video, like a farewell. So basically, we felt like Chain Gang was a good start, but if we want to make an actual brand out of it, it's not really going to go anywhere. Um, and I think this is something that potentially in the future, me and Kelly could both see ourselves doing full time. So, with that being said, we are now no longer Chain Gang,
Nope.
and we are
Apex.
Apex Disc Golf. So, um, Kelly, let them know why we thought Apex was a better move.
Well, we thought Apex was a better move. Mostly, well, it flows really well. Um, Apex, if you look up a definition of Apex, it's more of the top, the point, and that's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to the top of our game. We're trying to get to the best we can be.
Not only our
Um,
game too, when it comes to this stuff.
yeah,
Um,
editing, talking to the camera, doing all that stuff. We're just trying to get to the top, trying to be in the apex. We're trying to get to that top of the structure to where we're all around good at everything that we can possibly be for this channel.
yep.
Um, but also Apex. I mean, you got Apex Predator. We thought it sounded pretty good. You
Yeah,
know,
we're both alpha males, so we
yeah,
figured Apex was the way to go, and I think it'll be a good for branding. Like if we want to eventually,
yeah.
whether we want to sell discs or, anyways, yeah. But that's it. So it's the 2024 season. We're super excited. I think this year we're really gonna focus on doing more interesting stuff because I think this is the year that we kind of want to break through.
Yeah,
So a lot of different content, and I think also maybe halfway through the year we want to start taking it serious and maybe consider playing in some tournaments and taking ourselves to the next level.
I
So
agree.
that's what's in store for us for 2024. So we figured we'd bring you guys a new in the bag to start the year off right. So as you can see, we both got new bags. I know you've seen Kelly's before, but I figured I'd treat myself, so that's why I got a Squatch bag with a couple pouches. I don't know if I'm allowed to show them, but I do love peeing outside. And this, sadly, I bought. It's a Chain Gang patch that is no longer needed. So that's where we'll start. And I guess let's just get right into it, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. All right. So both of us, of course, putting with Lunas. Kelly was phenomenal putting today. He did a great job, really
Yeah,
dialed in. So these are definitely a staple in the bag. Especially got to have two of them.
yeah, no, 100%. Definitely better than the Nomads. Not dissing on, you know, James Conrad or MVP or nothing like that, but just the Lunas, they feel better in my hand. They fly better. I don't have to put so much behind it to get them to actually have a good flight. These Lunas, they kind of just float in the air. They just feel real nice when I
I
put them
love that
on.
they're beadless too.
Yeah,
It's comfortable. So after that, I got a couple approach discs. Um, First, let me showcase my mini because it matches my putter. Gotta have the mini.
yeah, I got a little mini.
And then we move on to approach discs. I got two Bergs. Actually, I got a K1 soft regular Berg, and then I got the Berg X. Just in case I need a little more stability. That Berg X really comes in and works out well.
Yeah, and I got the test flight ringer zone. It's a good little upshot with forehand, and then I also got a Berg K1 soft. Um,
It says nice people play disc golf,
Nice people play disc
and that
golf.
is very true.
Very true.
I also have a zone. I'm kind of between the zone, and I just picked up. I didn't organize my bag, so it's gonna be a mess. And the yarn, yarn.
Yarn.
whatever it is.
Yarn.
I like the K1 soft, so I got the yarn in the K1 soft, and I'm gonna try and see if I can work it in and maybe replace the zone. I'm not sure yet, but
Well, I guess.
that basically rounds out approach discs.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
I'd throw the
I
glitch in
also
there.
I also got the glitch too. I throw it when I'm not usually off the tee, but when I'm
150 feet out.
yeah, just a good little upshot disc, fly straight. I have no issues with it.
And that's it for approaches.
Yeah.
We'll move on to throwing putters, which so I've been throwing envies a lot. I got two. I got a cosmic neutron and an eclipse. And there was a time where I said I'm going to switch, and I wanted to switch to the Luna because I putt with the Lunas, and I couldn't find nothing that really I liked until I found this. I think it's like a swirly or a Z sparkle plastic. It feels nice in the hand. It's a little understable, which I didn't expect, but I like it. So that's going to be in the mix along with my two envies. And that's all I got for throwing putters. Keep it simple, you know.
I mean, all I got for throwing putters is one envy. I had two, but I lost one. And then soon I'll be buying another proxy, just in a different plastic. It's going to be in a R2 plastic. I plan on buying that. But now I got this Eclipse Envy.
Sounds good. On the mids. Oh my god. I guess I got a lot. I guess we'll go understable to overstable. So I picked up a Rolo because I had the Paradox. I didn't like the Paradox. And the second I picked up this Rolo, it felt great in my hand. So I just need to learn how to finesse it a little bit, but I definitely love it. It's definitely understable.
Yeah.
But it feels great. So that's going to work for a lot of get out of trouble. Basically shots. I don't know, something. If I'm feeling a little funky, I'll pull the Rolo out. And then I got two hexes. I got this Eclipse hex, which is a little beat up. It definitely flies a little understable, pretty straight. And then I just got a new one that'll be a little overstable out of the box. And then if I want to get really overstable, I go with the Pyro. And that rounds out my mids.
For my mids, I have the Paradox still. Love this disc. I still use it a lot. If I want to, if start from the tee pad and the basket's over on the right, I usually feel it's really straight or not too much as a major hyzer, but just a little bit, and it flips up real nice and it rises to the right real nice. Still got the hex. Just a neutron plastic, real nice. I really don't throw it that much, but I'm starting to get back into throwing it more. And then I actually have an MVP reactor, which I just started throwing today, which I'm actually really liking a lot. And I just put this stamp on there yesterday, and that's when we decided to change the name.
Yeah.
It was about yesterday.
Made a business decision.
Yeah, so that kind of sucks. And then I have a K1 Soft Cax. Really like this disc. Real stable to the very end. It's pretty reliable. Yeah, that's what I have for me.
Wraps it up.
Yeah.
We on the 7-speed, son. You got a 6.5 in there or no? No crave?
I do have a 7-speed.
I got a couple 7s.
I got 2 7s, but
all right, for 7 speeds, I'm starting with the FD. Started out overstable. The more I've been throwing it, it's starting to flip more and more, which I like. It's just different for me now. I got to learn how to control it like that. But FD definitely a staple. I love it. It flies pretty much dead straight, and it glides like crazy. And then if I want a little more stability, I got the Athena. I just put it in my bag. I just bought a cookie, which I haven't tried yet, and I want to try that and see if it's, because to me the Athena is a little too flippy. I don't know why I have trouble with Paul Macbeth's lineup. Like I feel like a lot of their discs when I get them in the ESP, they tend to be more flippy than they're supposed to be. So I need something with a little more stability in that 7-speed slot. So I'm gonna try out the cookie, but for now I do have the Athena.
for me, I also have an FD S line. Honestly, I really don't throw my 7 speeds a lot. This FD is a little flippy on me when I do throw it. And then on the other one, I have the River. It's honestly a really nice disc. I just a lot of times if I need to throw something, I usually throw a mid range or a distance driver. I really don't really grab my fairways for anything. So that's all I got.
That's all you got for 7s?
That's all I got for 7s.
All right, you got 8s or no?
I have no 8s.
No 8s. All right, we're on to 9s then.
I have a lot of 9s. Oh,
Do
I have
you?
one. I have 1.8.
Toss it out there. The Volt.
Yeah, I got the Volt. Honestly, I'm thinking about actually taking this out of my bag. It's super, super overstable. Um, and I have a lot of overstable discs to begin with, anyway. So I might just take this out of my bag to begin with.
Which just kind of sucks. So when I started, I think when both of us not started, but when we really started getting into it, we both went hard on MVP. And the more the higher in speed you go, the more stability. I mean, these once you get into 8, 9, 10 speeds up,
Yeah,
MVP discs, they're just for me too overstable. I don't
yeah,
like them. I can't get nothing to flip. Even the wave, I had a cosmic neutron wave, and maybe it was the plastic, but I couldn't get nothing to flip. So I kind of ventured out of the MVP disc because of that. But I mean, I love their putters and mids. I
yeah,
mean, but when it comes to drivers, I don't think MVP's it. Oh, you got
no,
a stack of 9s.
yeah. I got a lot of 9s.
All right. Well, I got 3. I got 2 Falks. I got a K1 soft, and then a regular K1. Um, and I think for me, it just depends on what feels better in my hand at that time. The K1 soft, it feels so nice, but sometimes it's a little too gummy. If I feel like I need to, hold on to something a little harder, I would switch to the K1 line. But I got 2 Falks, definitely flippy, and then straight overstable. Raptor, Z-Line Raptor, straight out of Discraft. So this is when, I mean, I just need to push left hard. This thing does it for me. So that's basically all I got for 9 speeds.
What I got? I got 2 Roadrunners. One's an Aviator bat. Super light. I think it's like 138 grams.
50, probably 150, 152.
I don't know. It says it on the back here, but I can't read it. And then I have this one. It's 173 grams. Both fly really nice. I just can't overpower them, or they'll burn over. Really understable. 9 speeds. So after the Roadrunner, we got the Insanity. Still really good disc. It flies pretty straight. That's probably the only really MVP disc that I have. That's a distance driver. Um, and then after those, I have the Raptor. Um, really good forehand. If I really needed to turn or anything like that. Same reason why Nick has his. And then I actually have the Firebird, which I don't know. It has to be just a plastic or whatever. But even though it's so overstable, I mean, it's a 9304. I can get it to flip up and ride and reliably turn to the left. It's really good, actually, a really good distance driver. So that's all I got for 9 speed.
That's it?
Yeah.
You got 10s? No?
No, I don't got any 10s.
All right, on to 11s. We're going to start with the Wraith. The Wraith for me, it's, I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship. I mean, it'll turn right. It definitely holds right longer than my other 11 speed. But it will fight out of it depending on how much height I give it. So if I really, it's almost a max distance. I feel like it can be if I throw it right. But I tend to go to the Grace more. The Grace is a touch more overstable. If I put it on Annie, it'll hold that line, but then it finishes at the end, which I love. So basically, if I'm going for a big distance shot, I'm going with the Grace. That's all I got for 11 speeds. I don't have nothing overstable, nothing super understable. Just keep it simple.
Well, same with him, same with me.
That's all. That's all you got.
11 speeds. I got the Wraith and the Grace. Honestly, I really don't throw them a lot. They really don't come in my mind when I'm looking for a distance shot. If I'm looking for something distance, I usually go with like my Roadrunner or a 12 speed or a 13 speed. These really don't get used a lot in my bag, but they're good to have if I need them. So
Yeah, just in case, you never know.
yeah,
A little Grace in your life.
Yeah.
All right. Starting off on 12 speeds, I got a Thrasher. It's very new to me. I got the Z plastic, which is good because I think it's a little more overstable because it's supposed to be an understable disc. If I throw it right, it flips, it rides, and it comes back. It's definitely another max distance driver, but I got to hit the right angle. If not, it's either going to burn over or whatever the case might be. But that's my understable one, and then a touch more stability will be the Castoplast Voss and the K1. And I don't throw it a lot. Because same thing. If I'm going for a 12 or 13 speed, I'm usually looking for something with a lot of stability. So this tends to be. I mean, it flies pretty straight depending on the angle. I love the plastic, but it doesn't come out very often. Maybe I'll start throwing it more. Give it a chance. But as of right now, it kind of just it looks pretty in my new bag. So that's why I keep it there. And then for 12 speeds, rounding out on the overstable side, I got a time lapse. And this thing is sweet. I don't know why people hate it. I absolutely love it. I can put it on Annie. It'll fight. It'll go, but it always comes back left and it comes back hard. So if you need something with stability and you want good distance, I personally don't think the Destroyer fits well in my hand. I prefer the time lapse. So this will never come out of my bag. I love it.
Uh, with me for 12 speeds, I also have the Thrasher. It's double stamped. It's a really good disc. It's a 12.5 -3.2. It's pretty unstable and stuff.
That one's flippy.
Yeah, it's really flippy. But it's a good disc. I have no complaints about it. And then my other 12 speed is a Hades. I actually started using this as a roller. Um, if I just give it enough power, it'll just flip over and it'll just start rolling. Um, it's really not that bad. Um, Before I used this, it was my main distance driver. But now, since I actually have, I guess, more power and more spin when it comes to disc now with my new form,
Better technique.
yeah, it just burns over and it rolls. So it's a nice roller disc. And then I actually have a destroyer, but this destroyer is a little different. It's
You
what's
got a
that?
flippy boy.
Yeah, it's a flippy destroyer. It's Ricky Waisaki Star Destroyer, 172 grams. It's actually really nice disc. Brand new, hardly ever leave her thrown. It's comes out of the bag flippy. So it's really nice. And then I also have the time lapse as well. Um, I love this disc. This is actually phenomenal. Um, when I'm trying to just go all out and throw my hardest, it just it goes the distance. I have
Love
no
the dome on
complaints.
it too. That's the
Yeah,
other thing with MVP is
it
the
has a
dome.
it has a nice dome on it too. So
MVP's
it's
drivers are typically bored flat, but
yeah, no, these
the
are
time lapse has a great dome on it.
yeah. Some Lazat did an awesome job.
Yeah, he did. Shout out Simon. I would take another time lapse,
Yeah,
preferably signed if I could.
yeah, right.
Shout out to Apex.
Yeah,
All right, round it off. We got 13 speeds, and of course, I got the nuke. The nuke comes out when I need first off any forehand with distance. I go with the nuke, and then I will throw this on backhand too, depending on what. Usually, like on a skip shot or if I really need to go left. But I typically will throw. If I'm looking for something overstable, I usually throw the time lapse. But I do love the nuke. It's a staple in the bag. It'll never come out. Plastic feels great. It's overstable. It'll always be overstable. I love it. And that rounds out my bag.
yeah. And then the last 13 speed I have is my Day Dallas. Um, when I first got this disc, I was way underpowered to throw this disc, but now I can actually see the true potential in this disc. I was actually going to take it out of my disc because I didn't think I was going to like it. But now since I know my full power and I know I actually throw this harder, even if the way I'm throwing it now, it flies the way I want it to. It's actually really understable and it fades back really nice left. Um, it's good for if you got a low ceiling, just keep it low, and it glides right through real nice. Um, don't really do a lot of forehand shots with this. If I'd really do a forehand, it's more honestly the time lapse or something like that, or my Raptor or my Firebird. But it's a really good backhand disc. So
It's going to round it out for 2024 in the bag.
yep,
Um, I know my goal this year is to kind of keep my bag similar because I was always rotating discs, trying new things out. And I feel like for the most part, it's dialed in for all the shots I need. And I don't want to mess with it. There might be one or two discs that I rotate in and out every now and then. Um, but I think my goal is to kind of master my bag and really get to know my bag, and hopefully that'll make me a little bit better of a disc golfer. And I'm sure Kelly feels the same way.
yeah, hundred
We've been
percent.
through a lot of plastic, especially him. He's just starting out, and we've been through a lot of plastic.
Yeah,
So I think it's about time
yeah,
we kind of dial in and really prepare ourselves for the whole 2024 year. And you guys are going to get to follow along with us. We're very excited to be, I guess, rebranding or changing up and switching it up to Apex disc golf. I really do think it's a good move.
Yeah.
Long term. So said, I'll never forget Chain Gang. It got us, started. It made us, want to do this. That's why we started. We thought it was a good idea. A couple correctional officers that play disc golf, and it was a good play on words. But I think it's time, if we really want to take it serious, we need to make changes. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are gonna follow along with us. I think 2024 should be a good year for us. I think our goal is, we don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but I think if we keep up the content, I want to get to about 500 by the end of the year. I think that's a good goal for 2024. It's reasonable, it's doable, and with your guys' help, we can achieve it.
Absolutely.
So that's basically it. That's gonna round it out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, everything you've got to do. We appreciate support. I know all of our friends, our family, are supporting us, and they really want us to do what we love, and this is what we love to do. So that's about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna change it up now. Instead of this is Chain Gang Disc Golf, now this is Apex Disc Golf.
Deuces.